What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the very first episode of WoW, What News? I'm your host, Red. And I just want to start by saying I'm super excited to be here. I love the Call of Dragons community, and I hope to bring you guys some quality entertainment and a little bit of information and insight into what it's like in wAo. So, for this first episode, we're going to talk a little bit about myself. We're going to talk about the first season for wAo since our rebuild. We're going to have a couple of Q&As from our fans, and then a little bit of developer feedback. So let's go ahead and get this thing started, shall we? Welcome to my city. Just a little bit of a name, a little bit of squiggly leg. Guys, I'm all about having fun. I hate the toxicity. I'm just here for the team. I'm here for the people. I care so much about everybody. I'm just here for a good time. Not everybody can find that. So anything that I can do to help. And apparently it's been some people's opinions that maybe content creating can help spread some joy. And so here I am. I'm ready to have some fun. So I've been in wAo for a few seasons now. I was made R4 pretty quickly after joining. I'm our behemoth raid leader. A lot of our raids that we do, so long as I'm available, I will coordinate in voice chat and Discord, and we like to try to have some fun with it. I give all the call outs and make sure that we're coordinated with the right types of troops. Beyond that, I'm, for some reason, the recruiting officer, newly appointed, and I'd say we did pretty good in this recruitment. So we'll see how things go after migration, but WA is on its way back, and we're going to do some pretty good things. So let's get started on a little bit of feedback on our KPK, right? So we had wAo, HOUW, and IFAP, all as allies against RNW, NXW, and HWG. Scrolling up here to our Zone 2, our first fight was against HWG. GG's, we got the win there. Next we had our Zone 3 fight against NXW. Also, GG's. Not much resistance. After that, we built down into HWG and RNW's Zone 3. A little bit of resistance. And then, prior to the final zone, we were able to get into Zone through the level 6 pass. And we were able to defend against NXW, RNW here, and HWG, along with the allies of, obviously, HOUW and IFAP. They worked their asses off, and they did a really good job. We were able to get into the final zone. HWG built across this direction. IFAP and HOUW built across here to the spire. We built in through this level 7 pass, while RNW built in through this level 7 pass. We met right here in this corner. There was some Bastion fights, there was some fog play, there was it was intense. I will give RNW credit. They brought the activity, they brought the heat, and it was a tough fight. There was a lot of fighting right in this little choke right here, and ultimately a Bastion was placed here that cut them down. They didn't have the speed to build around the backside, and we were able to capture this here. HWG was able to take the spire. They placed a fortress here. We brought Cavs over to assist HOUW and IFAP, who took the spire back, eventually cut them down. There was some fighting here over the next day or two, which ultimately RNW and HWG were pushed out of there. NXW was able to build to this bridge, but we were able to push them back out. And eventually, Dragon was secured. IFAP, wAo, and HOUW. Diplo rewards gave first capture to IFAP. HOUW did attempt the Elite Dragon raid for Frame. Unfortunately, they were unable to do it due to time constraints. wAo took it over for end of season reward, and we were able to actually do the Elite Frost Dragon, which I'm super excited about because I didn't get to get it in my season 2 plus, and it was a nightmare. So got my Frost Dragon frame. Super excited about that. And just overall, pretty decent KVK. I would have liked more fighting. We really didn't have any consistent battles. Every battle was done within 8 hours. And I say like consistently just 8 hours done. And historically, like final zone fights, normally I'll expect to be up for 24 or so hours, and that just wasn't the case this time. All right, so before we carry on, I'd like to have a little word from our sponsors. I'm a huge fan of tacos and mana. Been saying it all season. So here's a little bit about our tacos.
My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't.
Tacos. Garlic, buttery shrimp tacos, some tomatoes, lettuce, pickled onions, and some juicy pineapple in there. Perfect dinner for any time of the year. And when you're feeling toxic, just think about my tacos. It'll probably make you feel better. All right. All that being said, let's get into some Q&A. So, first question is from KC from wAo. He asks, Red, when OnlyFans? Casey, it's my first day as a content creator. I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to say yes. But all I'll say is, you never know what the future holds. Turtle from wAo asks, Red, how do you feel about COD and where it is now compared to whenever you started? Are the changes mainly positive, negative, or about in the middle? To answer the second, I'd say it's about in the middle. But for me, Call of Dragons is all about the community, right? You can have a terrible KVK. You can have a terrible day. Who are you going to spend it around? That's what's important to me, right? I love my alliance. I love the people that's in there. I'm about to get a much bigger family from this migration, and it's going to be an amazing experience. That has been the same thing that I've experienced through my entire time at Call of Dragons. So for me, not a lot has changed. Bastions are kind of annoying, but meh. Renegade, the COD Discord mod from wAo asks, said, Red, how long, wide, color code, angle, taste, mouthfeel, and scent? I don't know, but maybe OnlyFans will answer that someday. I mean, I know, but never mind. I don't know all the answers. Weird. Meat Helly from wAo asks, Red, what has been the most challenging part of the game? Also, the most challenging aspect of being in leadership. Both of these go hand in hand, either as a member or as a leader, because both of you are going to feel this effect of low activity. Low activity is brutal. When you're having a tough KVK and your morale is down and half of your alliance, they're tired of getting beat up and they just don't have the motivation to log in, or when they do, they see 10 people out on the field fighting. It's not working, right? Activity. Nobody wants to be in an alliance that nobody talks, right? You want to have fun. You want an escape, right? And that's what this game is. It's an escape. It's somewhere that you have, countless friends and things to do. Sometimes not always, but that's what the rest of the community's for, to make it better, right? So activity has always been the hardest thing to make sure that we have. Not saying that activity doesn't come naturally, but when there is none, it's rough. You know what I'm saying? It's rough. Spartan from wAo has asked several questions. Red, what made you start your content creator journey, and why at this point in time? Well, I kind of got the idea from a friend about WAO What News. And I really like, I don't know. I'm super social, super fun. Some people think I'm looking for attention. Maybe I am. I'm here to have a good time. And I don't know as much of the community as I would like. And so maybe that this is a way that I could get to know them, right? What are your goals for starting this creator journey? I don't really have goals. There's no monetary incentive. It's something to do. Again, I like entertainment. I like having fun with people. I am the redheaded stepchild that is beaten in WoW, and I'm okay with that because they're my friends, and we know how to have a good time. Nobody takes things personally, and it's all just good fun. So overall, not really any goals, just spreading the love. Will you be doing only videos or streams too? I intend to do both. I spoke with Cap. He would like to have content creator. I'm going to do the best I can to support wAo with this journey. I really enjoy leading Behemoth raids, so hopefully I can put out some good quality Behemoth guides for people, and just in general, just spend time with the rest of the community. I'm very friendly. There's almost zero toxicity in me. Like I said before, it's all about tacos and mana, baby. Like, let's just go make some tacos and mana. Last question. Will you be focusing only on Call of Dragons? There's been some ideas thrown around about like playing some of like the indie horror games, mostly because I'm kind of a coward when it comes to scary things, and I think people would enjoy seeing that, I guess. So I don't know. It's up in the air. Haven't really made any moves yet, but let me know if anybody wants to see me play something, and why not? We'll give it a go. So that's it for the Q&A. A little bit of feedback for the developers. Nothing serious. But man, we want more Sweet Dew. Where's the Sweet Dew? We like emojis. People want emojis. And 5 Sweet Dew a day is no bueno, right? Put them in the merit shop. Put them in the daily bundles. Put them somewhere. Give us a way to earn our emojis more. That's how we express ourselves. So that's going to be all for this week's WoW What News video. I really hope you enjoyed it. For next week's episode, you can expect to see a one-on-one exclusive interview with the man, the myth, the legend, the captain. Very excited about that. There's going to be some questions he knows are coming, and there's going to be some questions maybe he doesn't know that's coming. Definitely questions he doesn't know that's coming. So again, thank you for experiencing this with me. Super excited to continue this on. Super excited to hang out with all of you. So from me to all of you, make it a great day, or not. The choice is yours. Thanks.